Are we all ready to go? Get a thumbs up from people. All right. Welcome everybody to the July meeting of IFMA San Diego chapter. We've got a lot to unpack, so let's get started. Let's start out with our first announcement, which is July 29th. It is a breakfast webinar on air quality. It's presented by A.O. Reed, one of our best sponsors, besides all the other best sponsors, but A.O. Reed, they're loved by us. Anyway, be there. Sign up now, July 29th. You can sign up at our website. There are emails that go out for upcoming events. Please check that out and register that way. Our next luncheon is August 11th, and that one is on the RFP process. A lot of people think, I know of RFPs, but this is a panel discussion. You can give your input. You could listen to large, small, and medium-sized companies. Maybe there's a question you had. This could answer a lot of it for you. We have recently sent out a survey on whether y'all want to get back together again live, or do you want hybrid meetings, or do you prefer to keep the virtual meetings? We want to thank you for your responses. We will be discussing all of those results at our next board meeting so we can start planning accordingly. And of course, we will publish those results to you so you know what everyone is thinking, okay? Next, we want to say thank you so much to everyone who sponsored and participated in the Ronald McDonald House Golf Charity with IFMA San Diego. We were able to raise, are you ready? If someone has a drum too, please do a roll for me. No one? Okay, I'll just go on. We raised $15,000 for the Ronald McDonald House. Thank you all very much. They are so pleased, so pleased. That's more than we've ever raised before for them. So we are so grateful to all of you for participating. Next, as you know, we've always had these classes for our credentials. We have the Certified Facility Manager, the Facility Management Professional, and the Sustainable Facility Professional. You see the slide right there. I wanted to let you know that those of us who took the CFM exam prep course finished June 2nd, and one of us was brave enough to go ahead and take the exam. The results were, she passed. She passed. So congratulations, Jennifer Robinson, for being our first CFM of this year. The rest of us are waiting our test date. So we are studying very hard to make sure that we keep up that trend, the trend of one. So thank you all for being here. We really do appreciate that. Remember that on Tuesday nights between 4 and 5, we have an Instagram live interview. We interview a lot of chapter leaders and also leaders within IFMA International. In fact, last Tuesday, we interviewed Christian, it always sounds like a pepper, Picarini, I can't remember, but that's a good reason for you to go over to IG Live and check it out because he is talking about Facilithon. Now, Facilithon is a really great program that IFMA is putting together because they're teaching high school students the best parts about being a facility manager, preparing them to enter into that career. So a lot of people who are getting ready to retire will have people to back you up and to fill in for you once you retire. Buildings will not fall apart in our future. We have plans. So thank you very much for your participation in Facilithon. I'm saying thank you in advance because we do want your participation, volunteering for judges whenever we need judges. You'll hear more about them in the future. Until then, please take a look at our interviews on IG Live. It is at, I think it's IFMA SD. It's on one of the slides there. There it is. Hashtag IFMA SD and tune in. We have several presentations on young professionals. What is our Global Task Force Initiative? Other leaders within the chapter. And we have a lot of fun while we're doing it. It's also a good way to find out the announcements without having to wait every month for me to say something. Now today, we have a wonderful sponsor in Climatetech, and we want to thank them very much for being our sponsor today. So at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Brian, who's going to introduce them.
Thank you, Sherry. So yes, our other favorite sponsor, other best sponsor is Climatetech. And with us today is Mr. Booth, Brett Booth. So Climatetech's been in business since 1975, and they're a very trusted company locally here in San Diego and in other areas. And so we've got a nice video to play by Brendan, and we'll start that. And thank you very much. Thank you, Climatetech.
Hello all. I would just want to say big thanks to IFMA. This is definitely a great opportunity. The Climatetech family has been in San Diego since 1975, and our dedication to delivering excellent customer service and world-class service has made us a part of a Bosch family, now one of the largest privately owned building automation companies in the nation. I do have a short video. It describes all of our services, from making your building safer to more comfort and efficient. Please hold on a second.
At Climatetech, we're experts in building comfort, safety, and efficiency. We deliver a unique blend of the latest technology fields such as building automation, energy efficiency, security solutions, life safety, enterprise energy management, and support services. In other words, we merge buildings and technology. Delivering the right environment for your customers and employees is critical. At Climatech, our building automation solutions offer the latest technologies to make buildings more comfortable in every way. From temperature and lighting control to energy management, HVAC optimization, systems integration, and ongoing technical support, Climatech delivers leading solutions for building comfort and productivity. There is nothing more important than the safety of your customers, employees, and company assets. At Climatech, our security and life safety solutions help you improve building safety and minimize your liabilities. Climatech security solutions deliver the latest in access control, video surveillance, intrusion detection, remote offsite management, and more. Climatech life safety solutions cover all critical building applications such as fire alarm, special hazards, and even healthcare technologies such as nurse call, code blue, infant security, and more. So when it comes to the security of your company's valuable assets, think Climatech. We're experts in building safety. These days, building efficiency is more important than ever. Climatech's energy solutions help reduce your operating costs, enhance building value, and improve the environment. Climatech Energy Solutions combine engineering and financial expertise to deliver the latest energy management technologies, HVAC and lighting modernization, renewable energy systems, and other sustainability services like LEED certification and ongoing technical support. Our Access Enterprise Energy Management services help optimize building performance across your entire portfolio through utility and energy information management, business system integration, and intuitive energy visualization and analytic solutions. So, whatever the needs of your buildings, from comfort and productivity to security and life safety to sustainable energy efficiency solutions, at Climatech, we make building work for you.
Thank you, Brennan.
Yep. Sorry.
Now over to
Yes.
Sherry, I believe. Oh, go ahead.
Email is also in there under the invite. So feel free, reach out to myself or climatech.com. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Brennan. Now back to you, Sherry. Hope you're muted, Sherry.
How about I unmute? Most people in my life want me to mute all the time, but that's okay. I'm going to unmute. You're all going to hear me. Okay, so thank you, Brian. We're going to turn it over to Denise, who is our professional development chair, and she's going to introduce our speaker for today. Denise?
Sure thing. Andrew has extensive experience creating and supporting Collectiveview's most important client relationships. He has the proven ability to anticipate issues and lead our team, their team, with members in implementing solutions. Andrew brings a strong understanding of technology, business process requirements, and software implementation logistics to every project assignment. He is the Vice President of Operations and Business Development with Collectiveview and a member of the executive leadership team. He is a graduate of Gettysburg College with a BA degree in economics. Over to you, Andrew.
Hey, thank you very much. Again, my name is Andrew. Collectiveview, we're in a facility management and corporate real estate software vertical, providing a variety of different applications within the facility management world: work orders, assets, space management, and move that change. So more specifically today, we'll be talking about some hoteling solutions and also some of the trending that we're seeing in return to work and trying to figure out how to hit that moving target. So let me go ahead and share my screen here. Is everyone seeing this PowerPoint slide then, I assume, yes? Okay,
Yes.
fantastic. So as we're seeing kind of the trends within the facility world.
Andrew, you may want to change your display settings. Swap, that way we'll see the full screen. Thank you. There you go. Thanks.
Okay, perfect. Let me just change that. Okay, so Will, if you could show our first polling question, please.
Yeah,
So
everyone who hasn't done polling, hopefully you see the poll now and you can go ahead and answer. Actually, both questions are up, so you can answer each one of those, and then we'll give it a minute, and then we'll share the results of everyone on the meeting right now.
Okay. So I'll go on. The reality is the first trend is that the data is not always equivalent to information. So small pieces of the puzzle that can kind of provide you little windows, but without a complete picture is really, really difficult to make some decisions. So integration with various enterprise systems such as HR, talent recruiting, IT platforms, and space utilization really is really paramount with the first trend here. Second trend is that various user groups are really wanting to have some of that information accessible while it being accurate and also mobile friendly. CBRE has done several surveys and respondents showing that they're going to increase their spend in their technology platform, facility management, as well as data analytics. Post-COVID, obviously, work from home obviously is a thing and certainly can be productive and show that that people are wanting to do that, but there's also now a trend showing that facility management and corporate real estate are going to have to pivot with adapting a spoken hub type model so that people are not always having to commute down to the headquarters and certainly not working from home all the time. Then the final trend is that, again, centering around this spoken hub model, is that collaborative spaces are going to have to change. So activity-based for heads down work, as well as event-based work, as well as team-based work is going to really be the fourth and final trend. So it looks like from our polling, about 46% are currently offering a hoteling, 23% are considering a polling or a hoteling, and then the 30% have not considered it or will not be offering a hoteling situation. So don't know if my information will help you change that perspective, but perhaps it will be. So office hoteling and understanding what's available is really going to be paramount to understanding how that real-time information is calculated as well as becomes actionable. So there's a lot of things that accurate data analytics can mean. It can mean that your CAD person is walking around and updating the CAD drawings. It can also mean that your HR is sending you an email each and every month, showing what the forecasting of the new department will be, or new job recs. And then they also will understand maybe that the facility managers are having to walk around floor by floor and seeing what the actual occupancy is going to be. But the critical aspects of providing the data to build models for the information is that the data source is trusted and can also be automated. So within the dashboard situation, most of the dashboard elements need to be a freestanding and or a way to develop flexibility, and taking disparate data elements and applying those to organization KPIs and other benchmarks around actionable information for decision making. So dashboard element can simply be a snapshot in time and a location based on your user information, and finding supporting reports that and details to get that summary. So the second, how is your company strategizing return to work? Looks like 23% all employees are coming back. 54% is a hybrid model. And then 23% employees can choose their own schedule and preference. So 50% of that, indicates that everyone is kind of working along that that information, and mobile access to information has really exploded, in the last 5 to 7 years. Certainly, people have certain anxieties if they can't find their electronic appendage, and verifying that data for directions or fact finding your colleagues is really going to be part of that data verification. So understanding return to work and having an app to make certain requests is going to be part of that new hybrid work strategy. So the third trend is that we're witnessing through surveys based on HR and workplaces is that full remote and work from home is very different than the hybrid solution. We believe that leadership is going to have to listen to HR surveys and pivot a little bit around providing workspaces to their employees that also supports their recruiting efforts and demanding where people need to work and how they want to work. Hybrid choices can include alternative day, flexible work locations, and FMs are really going to have to tune into what that shift is going to look like and the fundamentals and trends within their market to capitalize on space optimization and right-sizing their portfolio for a mixture of space. CBRE has done various polling over the last year, trying to gauge the sentiments of their workers as to where they want to be, because there's no longer a need with technology for people to always come into the office every day of the week. And yet most people and workers want to have access to some type of office environment or some type of team collaboration that gives them the human interaction that most people are looking for. So companies are really not going to are not going to continue to overpay for underutilized space. So they're going to continue to adhere to the traditional models of everyone coming into a desk and everyone coming in every day is just not going to be profitable for them. So COVID has really accelerated this trend towards the activity-based workspaces, the team-based workspaces, and event-based workspaces. Event-based workspaces can be conference rooms, training rooms, team breakouts, gyms. Activity-based can be kind of heads down, where they need to just do their work. And then team-based can be, again, conference rooms or collaboration hybrid models. So our technology is really going to, be able to help facilitate some of that with the variety of ways in which you can manage that space. And let me go ahead and open up a quick website here. So there's a variety of different ways in which you can manage space. The hybrid model can show that people are going to have assigned spaces. And if that's the case, then they can go in to, for example, our application and check into an assigned space. This will auto-populate their information, where they are currently assigned, and then the dates and times that they're going to be within the office. So this gives facility managers and corporate real estate officers the opportunity to kind of provide you with the COVID and CDC guidelines that everyone needs to have. But it also allows folks to check in to an assigned seat, to reserve a hoteling space on the fly, which will pre-populate their information. You can make requests for various different people. Any kind of selections as to when they want to be there. And then this is going to check in real time that information. So it's going to pop up perhaps a floor plan of where the people can sit or have access to. You can add additional people based on space locations and availabilities of what may or may not be available. So in this particular case, if I'm going to reserve a space for next week, this is going to conflict with an existing operation or an existing group of meeting. So people then have to go out and choose another space in which that does not have a conflict. And all this is real time so that they understand exactly what the available spaces are, and they can add additional opportunity or additional team members that they want to have in their space. Now this is a front end user application that through the app that people can view, and it's kind of for the general population of your user base. But from a facilities point of view and a operations point of view, we have the whole suite within our software. So the work orders and assets, space and MAC, and then the reservation, which then can display through a calendar view for you to understand exactly what it is that people are selecting and how to perhaps understand and police the information and where people are going to be sitting. Now this is a calendar view. Again, you can push out to a general population so people can kind of self-police or self-service where they want to sit. And then from an administrative point of view, you can go ahead and understand exactly what those reservations are looking like, make any changes with people that are looking for spaces that may or may not be available. So a interactive floor plan can provide people the opportunity to see from a color coding point of view what's available and what is not. And we'll pre-populate that information. And again, if it's already occupied or if there's some other conflict, that people can go out and choose additional spaces. And again, this is all understanding what's going on within the space. So hoteling is really, again, a subsection of space management and understanding how your space is being utilized. And within our space management application, we have various ways to publish out this information, similar to what Climatetech can help you with. Fire life safety, floor plan, department maps, but more specifically with hoteling is the social distancing floor plans that can be published out on a nightly basis. Can also show various departments that may have vacancies or availabilities. Is everyone able to see this okay?
No, I
No,
can't. We can't
no.
see it.
Okay, I was getting a
It's
a
been on
warning
the
here.
it's been on the colored floor plan map for a while.
It has, okay.
Mhm,
Let
yep.
me- Now are you able to see this floor plan?
Yes.
Okay. So department maps obviously give a facility manager the ability to understand where there are occupancy of vacancies and departments. And the way we do this is we take this information on a nightly basis and publish it out. But this allows people to turn on and off various levels of the CAD drawing so that you can zoom in and see the information that you're looking for with a simple click of a button. And as I maybe not have shown this here before, the social distancing maps where there's availability and occupied spaces. So these types of floor plans are pushed out on a nightly basis so that people can pre-reserve when they're going to be in or out of the office. And facility managers then can really get a better understanding of their metrics around occupancy and vacancies. So vacancy maps can also be published to show where space is being utilized. The reserved spaces obviously can be hoteled spaces pre-reserved for conferences and other social gatherings. But more importantly, you can also see if there's an excess incapacity of your seat count. So that's critical to be able to manage and police that. So as I mentioned before, dashboards and reporting is key for forecasting and understanding where your trends are going to be. And because this data is then compiled into actionable information and integrating several applications, whether it be security, your HR platform, that type of thing, you can really kind of understand what's going to be happening within your global portfolio over specific number of time, and understanding what those actionable strategic decisions need to be. I don't know if there's any questions right now. If I should stop for a minute and just answer any questions that people might have.
I don't see any in the chat, and
Okay.
unless anyone wants to speak up, I don't see any questions as of right now.
Thanks. Well, as I was saying, the information is really all around space management and space utilization. So people understand how that is going to be critical for going forward into the future of occupancy. And some of the protocols, that are also being integrated into the return to work is communication and highlighting options and flexibility, coordinating with your janitorial crew to make sure that there's cleaning being done on a regular basis, that there's going to be new clean desk policies because people are not going to be sitting and touching down at their same office or their same workspace each and every time. The checklist perhaps for a hoteling station, what needs to be there and coordinated between IT and telecom, so that if you have your own phone extension or if that's a voice over IP address that you need to be able to touch down and be able to get your messages and your email and everything like that at your hotel desk. And labeling those hotel stations and allowing people to navigate through the various floor plans. And maybe people are not familiar with some of the remote locations or where conference rooms might be positioned. So that's where the integration of a interactive floor plan really can come into play for everybody. So as I said, we're Collectiveview, and we've been around doing this for about 20 years here. Management and corporate real estate space. We have global clients, national clients. One of IFMA members, San Diego Mission Fed with Lisa Chappell, has been utilizing our services for a few years now. Well, I guess probably 5 or 6. But we are payment card industry compliant. We work with a lot of financial institutions and are willing to kind of solve some of those problems that people are butting up against. And let me know if there's information that I can share with you or how I can help perhaps solve some of your pain points. But my information is right here. This is my email, as well as you can go to our website at collectiveview.com and take a look at what other things we are doing. That's all I had, Sherry. I'm happy to answer any other questions, but from a presentation point of view, I thank you all for your time.
Well, thank you very much, Andrew, with Collectiveview. We appreciate you coming on and being with us. Now, if there's no further questions, then it is time for us to go to our breakout sessions. This is an opportunity for you guys to network once again. And I think Andrew may be in one of those rooms. So if you're kind of shy of asking him questions in front of everyone, here's your opportunity to bombard him. No, I mean to ask him a question, and he will be happy to answer. So Master of Ceremonies, I'm going to sign off now. And Will, Master Technology Chief, can you make sure everyone gets into a great break room? Thank you all for attending. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you all next month.